Hey y'all, my name is Anna, welcome to my channel, and today is my 7th update for my Rolling 10 Eyeshadows Project Pan. I honestly can never remember what this is called, but you'll see in the title. So, even though I haven't been wearing eyeshadow really this past week, I still made pretty good progress, so I'm excited to share that with you. Now, if you don't already know, this is a project where I choose 10 eyeshadows to hit a certain goal on. Most of the time it is to finish, but sometimes it might just be to hit pan or get a certain amount of uses. Who knows, I'm trying to be flexible with this project. But a lot of them are Frankens, meaning I mixed several eyeshadows together to make a new color, so keep that in mind, I guess. Half of these I can't even say what shade it is. It's just like, here's a shade I made a year ago. So yeah. Now let's start off with this e.l.f. palette that I used to hold the majority of my Franken eyeshadows, and I'll put up a picture of what it looked like last month. So as you can see, I made some progress. The most significant one would be that I finished this first shade, and I actually really liked it. I can put up a few pictures of looks I used with it. I started to fall in love with it right as it was dying, but that's how it goes. I have used it 6 times in the last month, with a total of 14 times in this project, so I really didn't make much when I made this Franken. The next shade that I'm working on currently is this gold shade from the Wet n Wild Rose in the Air palette that fell apart, so I kind of got rid of the packaging and repressed stuff into here and made some Frankens with My goal last time was to clear out this little part here, and I basically did that, and I started working on this side. I think I only used it 3 times, but one of them was today. I've actually recently been into really smoky brown looks for some reason. I'm like, it's summer, now let's look like it's fall. But you think I'd be into like bright colors, but I'm just really wanting browns right now. So yeah, hopefully my brown streak will keep on going, and then I'll keep on wanting to use this gold. This guy, 2nd month in a row, I haven't used it at all. That's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I'm wanting to focus on a different shade. This shade, actually, I've been using quite a bit more. I used it today as a blush topper, and that's how I've been getting my use out of it. And as you can see, I have actually worn away quite a bit. It's really thin in there, so I'm hoping that this can be done really soon. I've used this 6 times this month, and considering there was a week where I didn't use any of these shadows, I feel like that's decent. Now this shade, you can barely tell it's there because it's so small. I've used it 7 times in the past month. Most of the time as a liner, so that's why I haven't made a ton of progress. However, I'm still making progress. I just want this to be done soon. Oh my gosh. This next shade I rolled in last time, and I wasn't sure whether or not I wanted to make my goal to hit pan or to finish it. However, I've used this 5 times and already has a bit of healthy pan, so I think I just want to finish this up. I really enjoyed the shade, and I want to continue. Oh gosh, just ignore that happened. Anyways, here's my progress. Moving on to the next palette, where I will show last month compared to this month. So as you can see, a lot of exciting things happened. I have finished 2 of these shades. This one was from the Wet n Wild Walking in Eggshells palette. I've used it a total of 8 times in this past month, with a total of 15 times in this project. And this shade, I used this one 6 times in the past month, with a total of 21 times in this project. It has been here since the beginning, so it took me quite a long time, considering I don't think I had a ton to begin with, but I'm kind of a slow panner, so not surprised. This guy I've only used twice, however. I've still made pretty good progress, so yeah, really excited to be moving this guy out. Now on to my little number 7 single in this trio that doesn't exist anymore. I don't think they make it anymore, so even though I love the shade, it's gonna be gone. It is the oldest shadow in my collection, but anyways, ramble aside, let's show the progress compared to last month. So as you can see, I made pretty significant progress. I hit side pan, which I did not expect to do, but I guess it was just really thin there. It's kind of a weird shaped pan, but I'm excited either way. I only wore this 3 times this month, so it must have been really thin. But yeah, I'm going, things are going pretty good. So now for our roll-ins for the 3 that I finished. I had this guy finished, and since it was kind of a warmer crease shade, I thought I wanted to incorporate another warmer crease shade. So I have this guy that was originally in the Wet n Wild Walking on Eggshells palette, and I will repress him into this palette, into that space, just because it'll be easier. Right now he's in this little makeshift palette that I made in my peak boredom of quarantine. Coping mechanisms, am I right? So yeah, I will put a picture at the end of how this looks repressed with that in it, and I will want to finish that one up completely because I'm trying to move out all of my Wet n Wild as fast as possible because they have not been cruelty free for about a year now. Now, since I finished this top guy, which was kind of a mauve-y, taupey, purpley kind of shade, yeah, I figured I could put in another mauve-y shade. This is a bit brighter of a shade, a bit more pinky, so I thought it'd be fun for the summer. I want to finish this shade because it has some of this deep purple shade franken in there, and I'm trying to finish this quad completely. And lastly, for this light shade, since I'm working on this one for a blush topper, I didn't want to move in something too similar to compete with it, so I did something kind of fun. If you didn't notice, I repressed different things into this palette, and one of them is a pastel blue franken shade I made. Yeah, I would like to finish this up because I made several franken blues, and yeah, I think it'll be fun for the summer, and I wanted something a bit different to work on. So if you are curious, here are my swatches. This is that Wet n Wild crease shade. Hopefully I can get some use out of it while I'm still into browns, and here is that mauve-y pink shade and this pale blue. I think they are really pretty colors, and I'm really excited to work on these because it's a bit different from what I had before, especially the blue, so hopefully I won't get bored with these shades. Now on to goals. I still have eyeshadow on my fingers. So for the 3 new shades, I'm not going to make any goals just because I don't really know how long they will take or how fast I'll want to be using them, so those are there. But for this guy, I would like to clear out this part like I did the other side and maybe work a bit higher. I would just like to, I don't know, maybe use like half of what's in the pan basically. This guy, I'm not going to worry about using him right now because the other lavender I want to focus on, I want to finish this one up. I feel like that shouldn't be too hard because it's super thin in the pan. And this guy, if I could get him done, I would be so happy because again, he has some of that dark purple from the Wet n Wild quad in it, and also some of the lightest shade that I finished a while ago from that quad. It has 2 shades, so I want to finish this up. And there's so little left, but for some reason it's so hard for me to use up, and if I, at the very least, I want to hit side pan on the bottom. So that's at the very least, but if I finish it, I'd be super happy. I just want to continue increasing the pan on this one, nothing too specific. I just rolled it in last month, so I'm not super worried about that. For this guy, I want to finish him. That's why I don't want to worry about that other purple shade, because I want to just go ham on this. 2 times this month, that's not enough. I need to get this done. I feel like I should be able to finish it within 10 times. I want him out. I really like this shade, but I think it's time for it to go. So that's my goal there. I want to finish 2, hopefully 3 shades. And for this number 7 eyeshadow, I want to finish this top portion right here. Since it's kind of weird, it has like legs, I want to finish this leg. Yeah. I almost forgot, in case if any of you are interested on how I stay inspired to do different eyeshadow looks, because I'm not one to pan an eyeshadow look where I choose a couple eyeshadows and just use them a bunch of times. I like a lot of variety. It is quite rare for me to repeat an eyeshadow look more than once or twice, or at all. A lot of times I just do different looks every day. But to stay inspired this past month, I have been using a little technique that occurred to me when I was bored I thought I could do. So I have this tiny notebook that I got back when I was in like 2nd grade for free, but I still have a bunch of empty pages, and it's really random, but I have been sketching out my eye looks. So whenever I get inspiration for an eye look out of nowhere, then I would draw it, and I use a number system with the eyeshadow colors so that later, if I don't know what to do with my eyes, I have several different looks that I thought of in the past. So yeah, I actually have done quite a bit already, and this is only in the past month. So yeah, because sometimes, you know, in the morning you're not inspired, but sometimes at random times of the day you're like, oh, that'd be a cool eye look. I specifically try to focus on the eyeshadows that I am painting or the ones on my chopping block, and I try to base a look around that, and I really try to think of all the different ways I can pair different colors, even if they don't seem like they could go. I think of different placements of them, and just a lot of them might be similar, but it's all about the slight variance in eyeshadow looks that can really change the entire face. So yeah, I know that most people don't do that, and I don't know how many people would want to, but in case if you are struggling with inspiration or remembering things that inspire you, I would definitely suggest like sketching out eyeshadow placements, or just having a couple minutes of just thinking of different ideas and then sketching them all at once. I don't know, I feel like the more I do this, the more I get inspired and brainstorm and the different possibilities. I like having a rolling project pan because it gives me the option to have new shades to work on and new pairings of shadows, but also this helps me to think of those ways, and also with the shadows that I have had for a while, just different ways to pair the same shadows even sometimes. So yeah, it's definitely made it more fun for me. I know this wouldn't work for a lot of people probably, but I just wanted to add that. This is actually much later in the day, and I totally forgot to mention this earlier, but yeah, this is what I've been doing for the past month to keep me inspired, and just panning my eyeshadows, which sometimes can be tiring or get boring, so yeah, I just thought I'd add that if you were interested. So hopefully I can meet all of my goals for next month. I have been wearing eyeshadow more consistently this past month compared to the last month, even with the week of me not really wearing eyeshadow, but I also just ended my no-buy, so I've been buying a few things, so who knows how my usage will be, if I'll be distracted with other items. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have an amazing day. Bye!